Hello and welcome back to Factorio, where we try to finally finish up the outposts. It has taken quite a long time to finish this outpost. Like the outposts do take a lot of time. They do. Like there's no need to like trying to pretend it's not going to take a lot of time. The outposts in finding them, in protecting them, setting them up, dragging all the rail network and all, like getting it up and running from scratch, it is going to take a lot of time. That's just how it is. Now, if you don't want that, I can say that just don't play on a rail world. That's my advice if that's the case. Don't play on a rail world, just play on a normal default Factorio settings, and you are going to be fine. You are going to not have to do the ridiculous amount of trains and so on. Now, we are going to... I'm going to rename this one to be... Let's see, we had coal to be 1, so iron is going to be 2.1. No, 2.2, because the offload is going to be 1. So 2.2 iron load. And we are going to copy this. Copy. Paste. This means not only is the color the same, the name is the same as well. Now, when we set a station, it's going to say that, oh, there's 2 stations with that name, and then the train is going to pick the closest one that is open, that is unoccupied. We are going to do that one, and then since we don't have this named, I just copied this, and we are going to rename it to offload. Then we are going to say it's 2.1 like that. Let's go back from that menu and go back in here, and we have 2.1 iron offload. Choose that one, add weight condition for the loading to be full cargo and the offloading to be empty cargo, and that's it. Let's see here, did we finish that? Yes, we did. We finished it. Now what I am going to do is, while it is redundant, I am going to do this. I like having extra connections for all my power, because you never know when it might get destroyed. Like, one connection might get attacked by biters, or you personally might for some reason destroy or move a connection, which could make it so a whole mining outpost won't function anymore because it's not getting any power. Now, we have a bunch of biters just outside, so we are going to take care of them. They will attack. They will attack. like with the amount of pollution it is going to get spread around, they are going to get aggroed. So we are going to take care of them. Now I have no ammunition. Thankfully I remembered. That could have been bad. There we go. Let's put away the unnecessary bits, like belts and rails. And once we have like cleaned up a bit, we are going to go out to the copper and do that one as well. There we go. Now, we could do this, but if I remember correctly, they will, yeah, they are going to take the sweet ass time to empty out the turrets before picking them up. So this is not necessarily like a really quick one. At least not at the moment, because of how slow the robots work. Like they are really slow for the time being, so oh, we have the bigger biters. Yes, 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 I know you are aggroed. They almost destroyed a turret or two. Let's turn on... like, the robots are very good at repairing, so we are going to make use of them as repairmen for this. To be honest, they are way better at repairing, I believe, than because at the same time I could just, while they repair, I can do this. So it's a bit of multitasking. I'm not going to clear up like all the nests over here, because that might be like an episode on its own. Be careful when you're picking up stuff, because you could actually pick up the robots by mistake. So be careful when you pick up the stuff from the ground. And yeah, now we are getting the big spitters and the big biters, and it's when you get them that the difficulty curve shoots up quite high, because they have a lot more health and armor. So like the medium biters is actually still manageable. They aren't that bad when it comes to armors, like armor and HP, but the big ones has a lot of HP and armor, and they do a lot of damage, and they are fairly quick as well. So oh, a robot almost died. Yeah. In the middle of a fight, make sure you turn off your personal roboport, because it's not fun having your robots die, because you will have to rebuild them if they do. So try to not have your roboport on while you fight. And we need to take care of a few more places. We have some places that needs to get taken care of. We should probably put this one on automatic. You should go to load, so it's going to go around again to get loaded, unless it's probably full. But I usually make sure they go into, so they are correctly like going the way they should be going. Yeah, once the chests and the belt is full with iron, these ones will just sit here and wait for the trains to come and pick up the iron. So it shouldn't be constant pollution. It will be a lot of pollution, but it's not going to necessarily be constant. Yeah, big biters have a lot of physical defense. It takes even for the turrets, it takes a while to kill them. So you could imagine if I would try to shoot them, it's going to take like way more than necessary amount of time to actually kill them. Later on, when we get like power armor with lasers and stuff, we won't be using these ones anymore. Like, these ones are not that good. Now, we are using the worst kind of ammunition we could for this, but at the same time, I feel like it's a bit of a waste to use the good ammunition. So let's see what. Yeah, we are almost halfway. We need to go remove this one and probably remove these two big ones as well, which is not going to be fun. We are going to maybe lose a few turrets and possibly robots. Let's turn them off. Let's actually turn them off. This one was such a small one, so we didn't take like any damage, but the big ones you basically can't attack without taking damage, so especially when there's a lot of worms, because you have to basically take damage to get far enough in to do damage, so be aware. That's still a medium. That's manageable. There we go. We still didn't lose any, but we did take a bit of damage, so let's make more of the repair packs. And yeah, I think, I'm not sure how efficient the robots are when it comes to consuming the repair packs, but I think they are quite good at not wasting resources. I could be wrong, but Let's see here. We should we, do we need to... Yeah, we should take care of this one because it's quite big. If it sends an attack squad, it's going to be painful to receive that attack. Let's run in and... No, get back. Oh my god, please, get back. Get back. There we go. Thank you. Now we can repair. I forgot to turn it off, so... It's my fault, but still... It's annoying. Now, that should be all of them. That should actually be all of the ones that is in the, like, immediate vicinity of the pollution, or even in the radius of the pollution. Yeah, this should be fine. This should be absolutely fine. What we are going to do is go back to the iron place and put down radars so we can actually see what's happening in there. And that is something I urge you to do. If you have outposts or like far away places, make sure you have a radar that covers properly, because if you don't and you happen to be attacked, you have no idea what is getting damaged, and since you don't know what is getting damaged, you might run down thinking that, oh, it's not that bad, and you have a breach somewhere and you don't have any resources, and you need to go back. Oh, we need more power. Yeah, we need more power. And you need to go back to actually, like, do to fix, to be able to, like, fix the problem, because you need a bunch of resources like walls or turrets or stuff to make repair packs or whatever. And then you have to go back, and the risk then is that you might actually lose even more, because during the time you go back and have to, like, the time you need to go back and then come back to the outpost might be enough time for the biters to completely wreck everything. If you're unlucky, of course. But it is a possibility, like, make sure, and the only tip really I can give is make sure you have radars so you can actually see what is happening. Like, and as you can see here, we actually have a bit of the wall we can't see. That's not good. We need to put down one more radar. Let's do that. Then we are going to take the car over to the copper and finish that one up quickly. Let's put this one over here. We don't need it to be super well placed, but I mean, it needs to be somewhat well placed. Now we can see all of this outpost with a bit of the surrounding stuff as well, which is good. Now we need more power, right? Yeah, Yeah, we need more power. I think we are going to have to fix that before we do anything else. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Where's the car? There's the car. Yeah, I need to go back and just add more power. So, and this is... This is because of all the miners we have put down, so I'm not surprised we need all this power. Is this a new base? No, it's that base. Okay, that's fine. It's not being tickled by pollution, so it's fine. Absolutely fine. At least for now. The pollution will spread that far because we will expand and make even more. It might actually be that when we hook up for the expanded power, it might be that we are going to tickle them a bit. Maybe. We'll see. We need more than that. Let's pick up more. There we go. That's 4. Now, this one needs iron gears, so let's pick up iron gear. Iron gears. So 10, 20, 10, 20, 30. We have 25. Oh my god, stop! Uh, 25, 30, 35, 40. That should be enough. So let's take the car up to where the power is and let's just extend it. We are going to just double it. To do that, I believe we probably should just do one up here. Let's clear a bit. Sorry for the loud grenades. Not something I can do. I could, like, lower the sound, but the risk is the risk of doing that is I remove a bunch of other sounds which we want to have. So that's what we want. So let's put this one down like that. Make sure when you put the next one that they don't connect. Make sure you have a space. If you have a hard time knowing if you have a space, then use something like a belt or something, like put something in the way like this. Do something like this just to know that, okay, this is not allowed to be occupied by the steam engines. So they, like, this way, you know, okay, this is too close. This is green, so this works. Because they cannot be allowed to be connected to one another. Otherwise you will screw up the power generation. It will just go complete bonkers and not be good. Let's do this. And yes, I'm picking up a bunch of useless coal, so let's dump all that into these. There we go. And let's take one of those ones and do this like that. And let's turn on the Roboport and look at the wondrous minions doing their job. Now, they pick their job, like which thing they're going to place at random, basically. So if you want them to build in a certain way, then they probably won't do it. Oh my god, that dog really needs to shut up. Yeah, basically it's just the power poles, right? Yeah, that's about it. We have placed everything else, so let's... no, not the blueprint. Let's pick up some of this and make some small electric poles and place them. This way we are going to increase our production. We are going to have to put down... This might be something you have to do manually. When you put down the pump, like the offshore pump. Since it depends on how your water is and how far away it is, I would not recommend making that part of the blueprint if you make one, because it's most likely never going to be in the same place, so there's no point. But now we have doubled our power production, so now we actually have some power. Now we might have to do like 2 more of these once we start doing a bunch of the other stuff. When it comes to oil and other things for science and so on, we might have to make a lot more power. So now we don't have any belts. Why am I going out here with no belts? Let's go back up and get some belts because we need them. I'm going to try to finish this. No! Freaking... Oh. Yes, I could just remove them, but I want the markers there. Still, I will remove them eventually, but for now I still feel like they are necessary. And we bumped into stuff, so let's turn on and then turn off. Now this isn't very far away from the base, but it's still... I don't want to bring the copper ore on belts. You could do that, like you could make 1 or 2 like insanely long belts transporting the iron ore. You could do that, but I'm not going to do that. It is very, very annoying to place all the belts, and it's going to be a lot of them, and I feel it's actually better to just place rails and use trains to transport. Now we have all of them now, right? Yes, we do. Let's bring them up then. Wow, I'm bad at dragging the belts out, apparently. Now this is the second one. So the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. So this is going there. And there we go. Now we just need to hook up everything completely, and then we need to do the station. Now I don't have enough resources to make the station completely because of the boxes and the fast inserters and all that, but let's just ignore that for now and put down a bunch of stuff. Go. And oh my god, I removed that one. Okay, let's just quickly get that. I will make this I will finish this at this point. I will complete this to get it done, and then like this. Let's turn that on. And yeah. We need 4 of them to go on this side, so basically like this. Now I think what we are going to do is just make a bit more use of the distance here, like that. Since we can do that, I think we should do that to make it a bit like cleaner and clearer how it actually, like how it goes from one place to another. I would probably say try to make it so you understand yourself how stuff is going to be connected. While it might be very, very obvious, like in the heat of the moment, if you play playthrough for a week, you most likely will forget why you did stuff in a certain way, and it might actually be like a really good reason for it. Like you absolutely have to do it like that to get it to be how you want it to be. But at the same time, it makes absolute no sense with how you have made it. When you start forgetting why you made it like you did it. So try to build stuff so it's very obvious why you have built it in a certain way and how it works. That will help you immensely. And let's just, there we go. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up. I'm going to go back up, pick up all the necessary bits to make all, I went the wrong way, all the steel chests, and oh my freaking god, could you please stop for once? I absolutely hate that you can't plan. Like you can't do a, you can't say that, okay, this is a planning mode thing. And yes, be careful when you get out of a vehicle. If you're not standing perfectly still when you get down, they will just continue going as it did right there. And you might damage stuff really badly. I wish they had stuff for planning stuff in your base, so you didn't need to use ghosts, which the robots could place. That's a bit of a problem, I believe. But I'm going to crash into the hill and move around and go back and just put in the last and crash in to the wall, damaging the car and the wall. And there we go. And we are going to place this. And while it's placing, I'm going to... Let's see if it's actually reaching. Yeah, it's reaching all of it. So while it places, we have made this completely. It works. It's powered. We have put radars there. We have cleared a bit so the biters... Oh, the biters have... Okay, the biters have resettled. Here they come. Yeah, we are going to have to beef up this defense with laser turrets. That's something we should do next episode immediately, I believe. And then we need to put this into the electricity network. And we have expanded the we have increased the amount of electricity we produce, so we can actually power our stuff at this point. Yeah, we are going to have to put up lasers and stuff, and quickly. So let's pause while we do our outro here. And yeah, as I said, we are going to have to use the next episode, I believe, to just beef up the defenses of the outposts. But with that, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.